Hey guys, John V here from Phone Arena. You're watching our video review of the Toshiba Excite 7.7. That's the most compact member in the Toshiba's Excite family. It features Android 4.0 ice cream sandwich, a vibrant 7.7-inch AMOLED display, an NVIDIA Tegra 3 quad-core processor, and of course it's a Wi-Fi only model. It starts at $450 for the base 16GB version, so we're going to find out if it's worth your money. As you could probably tell, the Toshiba Excite 7.7 is just basically a miniaturized version of the Excite 10 that we reviewed not too long ago. It utilizes the same design scheme as before, and we definitely like it. It's a lot more updated versus the Toshiba Thrives design from last year. It's streamlined, lightweight, you could still hold it in hand relatively easy, and we like the aluminum casing. It gives it a good amount of strength and durability, and on top of that, it maintains a clean appearance, so it doesn't really get dirty that much. And overall, it's a pleasant looking device. Above all, the biggest standout feature that we find on the Excite 7.7 is the gorgeous looking display it has. It's a 7.7-inch WXGA Ultra Bright AMOLED panel, so that's 1280 by 800 pixels, the same resolution you find in use with many 10.1-inch tablets. So as far as details goes, it's pretty sharp looking and we can make out fine text. No issues whatsoever with that. And on top of that, seeing it is an AMOLED panel, it stands out for its luscious looking colors, wide viewing angles, high contrast, black is black, so it's really hard to tell where the edges end here, and it really stands out, from most other displays out there, though in outdoor conditions we still find ourselves shielding it away from the sun. Just like before, there's a 2-megapixel front-facing camera placed in the top right corner when you hold it in portrait. Around the sides of the tablet we find quite a few different things. We have the dedicated power button, the orientation lock, the volume control, the microphone. With its buttons, they're raised slightly, so it's a little bit difficult to make them out with our finger, but at least the responses are pretty good. On the other edge, we find its 3.5mm headset jack, micro USB port, which only does data, you can't charge through it, and you also have the micro SD card slot there. When it comes to charging the tablet, you gotta utilize the proprietary connection down here, and also features left and right speakers. And finally, in the rear, tucked in one corner, is the tablet's 5-megapixel autofocus camera with LED flash. It has only the ability to shoot 720p videos. Naturally, some people will like the fact that the Excite 7.7 features a vanilla Android 4.0 ice cream sandwich experience, so there's nothing different really with the core experience with this guy. It follows in suit to any other ice cream sandwich tablet that we've seen. It has a deep level of personalization with its various widgets. They're very interactive, but it would have been nice to see Toshiba just throwing in some alternative ones just because it only offers all the stock ones, but in the end, it runs the same way you'd find on any other ice cream sandwich tablet. In addition to its stunning display, another standout feature of the Excite 7.7 is the fact that it's packing a quad-core NVIDIA Tegra 3 processor and it's coupled with 1GB of RAM, and you could tell this tablet is flying. Even with the graphically intensive live wallpaper, it's not exhibiting any slowdown or choppiness whatsoever. Another basic task, opening up applications, pinch gestures, you could tell it's instantaneous and it rarely slows down. Seeing that it has a 7.7-inch display, typing up could be a little bit of an issue here just because the on-screen keyboard is a little bit cramped, especially here in landscape. We find ourselves just typing it individually, but at least it's very responsive and quick. However, we find the portrait option to be a lot easier in the fingers just because our thumbs are able to encompass the entire layout and we move at a faster rate with it. When it comes to data connectivity with the Excite 7.7, it's only available in Wi-Fi version only, but as far as the web browsing performance concerned, it's very top-notch. It's pretty fast thanks to its quad-core processor. It handles flash content very well too. It doesn't slow down. You could tell with pinch gestures, kinetic scrolling, it's buttery smooth. On top of the stock Android music player, the Toshiba Excite 7.7 features the Toshiba Media Player, which has a slightly different presentation. It has these different panels here for a variety of different multimedia content, but when you're playing a song, it has all the usual stuff. You have your track listing, your album cover, and your controls. As far as the audio quality with its two speakers, it's extremely weak, even at the loudest volume setting. And even if we use the equalizer settings with the stock music player, it doesn't really enhance anything. Since it has a stunning display, it's more than sufficient for watching high-definition videos. The video we have here is encoded in DivX 1920 by 1080 resolution. You could tell moving good rate, and seeing that it is an AMOLED panel in play, it has some juicy-looking colors, which really gives it a good pop when you're watching. Unfortunately, we're disappointed with the performance of its 5-megapixel autofocus camera, and overall its quality is lacking. It does okay with outdoor scenery shots with plenty of lighting, but details still tend to look a little bit on the flat side, and has a cooler color reproduction, so shots generally look look, a little bit on the bluish side. In low lighting though, you could pretty much forget about it. It just has a lot of fringing going on, some distortion, noise, and just looks pretty bad, and the LED flash does little to aid anything. Likewise, there's very little to like about the tablet's 720p video recording, just because overall it's lackluster in every aspect. First of all, details are extremely flat and indistinct, and on top of that, it just suffers from a lot of artifacting when you're panning very quickly, so it's pretty much forgettable. Since it relies on Wi-Fi directly for data connection, we find it to be sufficient enough. It's able to connect to a hotspot that's 30 feet away, and you can tell it still has some sort of signal strength. Luckily, the Toshiba Excite 7.7 handles battery life relatively well. We're able to get a day and a half out of a single charge, and that's on light usage, so even heavy users, you'll get easily a solid day out of it. For Toshiba, the Excite 7.7 is a valiant offering, but we can't help look at its $450 price point. It's just really expensive for this type of tablet, especially when it's a 7.7-inch display. You could pick up something a little bit more comprehensive like the Asus Transformer Pad. You get a bigger display, and that's only $50 more, so this guy is really tough sell. If you want to go cheaper, you could even look at things like the Amazon Kindle Fire or even the Samsung Galaxy Tab 2 7-inch model, so you're paying half as much as this device, but still it's an okay offering, but we just wish the pricing was a lot more competitive. So if you'd like to learn more about the Toshiba Excite 7.7, you can check out our website, guys, phonearena.com. This is John V. Thanks for watching.